Are you ready? Oh.
You ready? What did we rehearse?
Hold on.
You gotta go get it together. Remember your lines.
She's so good.
Ready? Houston, I'm just saying.
Houston, I'm just saying. Oh gosh.
So, I just want you to say Houston, I'm just saying, and then clap it.
Action?
Yeah, Houston, I'm just saying action, and then clap it. Ready? And loud. A good clap. Don't. Yeah, good hard clap. Don't do it again. All right. Ready? No. Hold the board up. There you go. Now do it.
Houston, I'm just saying. Action.
So call out my name. So call out my name.
Oh,
Conviction.
Gangster. And that's what we need in life.
Yes. Bye.
Now
So,
you
like-
be good now. You don't need to hear nothing else that happens up here.
Are we doing this every time? Are we like, or who's clipping action?
It's gonna be him, right?
Probably me.
Okay. Or the guests? No?
Oh, the guests. I thought about that.
That would be cool.
Wait, so in a second when we all say
Actually,
the Houston, I'm
everybody-
just saying, we're not saying it together, right?
I'm still not gonna say it with y'all.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not doing
Wait,
that.
so do we have to say it together?
Yeah, I don't, but y'all
Oh,
can.
okay. I don't know.
However,
How-
we've been
how you
doing it,
feel-
I guess.
However you feel
or-
today, you know.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that beforehand. That way we know. Then I
No.
say it and then someone else says it. It's just weird.
Oh,
Super awkward.
Life
Yeah.
is awkward. I keep telling y'all.
No. So, question.
oh.
This one isn't too bad.
Let me get Urban Dictionary out real quick.
No, you should. No, you won't
Okay.
have to.
Well, I won't. Okay.
Okay, so
The fuck is going on?
Chasten lighter candle.
I didn't. I did turn on the candle warmer though.
The fake candle.
Yeah, I did do that.
I like candle warmers. Is it considered a fake candle?
I have a candle warmer.
Huh. Okay. So, would you date someone that has a baby on the way?
No. And that's a hard no for me.
Like hard as in hard for you to say no, or hard like nah?
Like, you saw how quick I said no?
So
Like, you
that's
don't
it.
even care about the circumstances. You just, it's a no.
It's a hard no. I mean, you just
Either you're pregnant or you just had the baby.
yeah, either you just got your relationship just ended. It's like your relationship just ended. So it's like, that's kind of weird. Like, you already moving on that good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still have the guy's seed in you. That just seems a little quick to me.
I dated somebody who had a kid on the way.
I was about to say who was expecting.
Yeah, well, obviously he wasn't expecting, but
Right, I was just trying to say,
yeah. But now that I look back on it, like, I wouldn't do that again. It just there's so much in the relationship that's probably just like, there's no, like, the boundaries, all that stuff. Like, I wouldn't.
How long did that last?
Probably like 6 months.
Wow. So
But
when
the circumstances of it were interesting, though. Like, that's why I say, like, now that I look back on it, I might have not participated.
But that's the difference between women and men when it comes to, like, how y'all minds work, as far as we talked about it before. Like, not just y'all kind of like give the pass real quick. Like, you're like, okay, well, maybe she was crazy or whatever. Like, y'all do that in y'all head. Like, if y'all like the guy, y'all automatically give him a quick pass. But guys be like, no.
Really? Because I was also in the reverse situation where I was pregnant with Penelope and some guy wanted to, like, marry me. And I was like 4 months with Penelope.
So he was
But I
extreme.
was never in a relationship with the other guy.
Yeah, so how long? So the guy that wanted to marry you, we got in a relationship, or he just loved your personality?
We were talking here and there. Well, I mean, he didn't say, like, straight up, like, let's get married tomorrow, but he was like,
he was dating you.
He was dating me.
Dating for marriage.
He wanted to date me and me to be all in, like, extreme right away. But then I was in the reverse. I was like, I'm in an interesting situation. I'm not sure how I feel. I don't think this is the right time for me to do this.
He's an extremist.
Yeah. But then I actually had maybe 2 guys during that time that were like, I want to date you.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I think
it depends on the situation.
Yeah, there are different types of guys. And I mean, just speaking from some of the guys I know and some of the guys seen here, we have guys who are extremists. They have some guys who operate in
What if they just know a
extremes.
really good woman and it's a good time to get that good woman?
So what if the woman before you, he wanted to date her to marry her too? So the whole point is, when people get into certain points in their life, right, they're trying to date for certain reasons. So yeah, he saw something good in you, but once again, if he saw something good in the last person that he did that with, I'm not saying he did or not, but that was proof that, okay, he's in the stage of his life where he's looking for this, just like y'all are, or I am, right? Where you're looking for a certain thing. So yeah, you were that person, but he's in that he's selected that for him at that point. I don't want no more just, run of the mill women or whatever, right? And it's a different maturity factor too. And maybe he it's a lot of things. Maybe he likes a lot of kids. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he doesn't mind. Maybe he has more patience. I don't know. Right? So there's a lot of factors that go into it. But yeah, that's a different mindset.
I also feel like I've heard of a lot of women who I feel like I've heard this story so many times. They're like different women. Oh, I was pregnant, or I had like 2 kids, and this guy just came and now we've been together for 15 years. But I feel like I've heard that story actually.
Well, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I'm not trying to change your mind.
No, you're not. No. You're
I'm
not
just saying that.
You're not changing my mind.
I've heard that.
You're not changing my mind, but I know of a person who actually started dating a girl in that situation. They're not together now. So it was like I've only known of one item. Like, let's put it like this. I have my opinion.
Oh, I know another girl like that too. Actually, now I think about it, I know.
I know one. I have my
They're
opinion
not together
where
anymore
I
either.
wouldn't do it, and then I kind of saw like he was like the friend at first, and then like after she had the baby, they kind of started dating, but it didn't last that long. You know what I'm saying? Then they're friends now. Once again, every situation is different, and I can't say that just because she was pregnant and they had a kid, that's why they're not together anymore. I don't even know if it played a factor. But to me, it's just kind of, for me, I think a lot. So when I think of a woman who's having a kid for somebody, it's 2 things. Either that she doesn't, she's pro-life, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or she loved him so much to have his kid. That's like the only 2 things, right? So if you love that guy so much, if you're not pro-life, then you loved him so much to have his kid, and either you just had the kid or you're on the way to having the kid, then it's like, how can you move on so quick? That's my standpoint.
No, that's my answer. No.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I didn't think we were gonna get that deep so early, but
My bad.
I am Stay Sorry,
Jessica Lola.
Kingcallenp.
and we are Houston. I'm just saying. I felt like it happened. Did it great.
Yeah, I like that. Was good.
So, a few weeks ago,
I went speed dating.
Jessica, went speed dating, and I actually went like a year ago, a little over a year ago. So we're gonna kind of talk about that experience and how that went. So, just from A to Z, how did that go for you?
So I actually used, I'm looking up the email, My Cheeky Date. They're in Houston. There's a few places that actually do the speed dating, but I just went with this one because, I don't know, it was newer, wanted to try it out. So basically, you go on the website, they have like a whole bunch of dates. You pick the date. They usually have them at different restaurants.
And it's age range too, right? Like you can.
Yes. So I feel like that's actually really cool because they have them from 21 to 29, or they have from 29 to 40, or 25 to 45. Like whatever the age range is, you could pick the certain ones, and they're always on different dates.
But what if you really want like let's say you like 25, but you want that what they call them, silver fox?
I feel like you could go. There's I wouldn't know because I've never tried to go to one that's not in my age group because I don't want to date a 21-year-old. But I feel like you could show up because when you show up, it's not like they're like, all right, show me your ID. I need to verify you're 25.
So Stacey,
if I wanted a sugar daddy,
if you want that sugar daddy that you've been waiting on your whole life,
yep, I'd go to the one at 50 up,
50 to 1,000.
And so I signed
Dude
up.
walking there with a little. Okay.
I signed up, and you arrive like 30 minutes early, or it's
I didn't know that, by the way. I didn't know that you were supposed to arrive 30 minutes early.
Because she was black that day, y'all. She was black.
Showed up late.
I was late.
Like her people.
And the lady that was coordinating, she's like, "Yeah, you're late. We'll still try to find you a seat." So they like still found me somewhere, but apparently like once you're late and they start seating people, typically they don't want to put you into the rotation.
Well, and because I don't know, like, so with ours, yes, you could show up early or show up right on time, but I feel like it's kind of awkward also when you show up early because you're in like this one section, at least this one section of the bar we were at, and it's like you could tell everybody's there for like the same thing, so you're kind of looking around, you're like, oh, like we're all here to speed date each other.
We're all gonna date each other,
and then
talk.
Yeah, then they sit you down, and I'm not sure how this works with the other ones, but they sit you down. It's very important that there's an even amount of girls and guys, and then depending on how many people that there are, you just talk with each other for 3 to 5 minutes. Somebody rings a bell or does something, and then y'all, or the guy usually gets up and moves, and then you guys just keep doing that till the end.
It was very similar to what you see on TV. Like, I was surprised by that, because you know how kind of when you see things on movies and you're like, oh, it doesn't work that way, but it actually does work
that
like,
way. And you get a little piece of paper that you write their names down and their numbers, and then if you would see them, notes, whatever, and then you give it to the person, and then after this whole shebang happens, you get an email and they send you that people that you matched with. So obviously they put you down, you put them down, and you don't get their phone number.
You get their email.
You get their email. Because 1969 here. So that's the whole shebang in a.
Yeah, and so I feel like my setup for the most part was very similar to hers. I feel like what are some of the questions that you should ask, because you have such a small amount of time to speak to each person, and how many men were there?
I feel like when it all was done, there was like 15 men that I sat down and had conversations with.
Yeah, it's about 15.
Yeah, and the first few, you try to have like, even if you already know when they sit down, you're like, oh, that's not gonna work. You try to have meaningful conversations.
Yeah, but see, when you made that face, like you thought you didn't make the face, but you clearly made the face. Nah, it's not gonna work, because your whole tone changed. He saw how you was looking at the last.
I did a very good job of making sure my tone and face didn't change.
Well, because
her face is always on her face.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like because I do that too. But in this specific time, I made sure that, hey, like, I know that every person I sit with isn't going to be a winner, and I'm sure they feel the same way about me. So I'm going to give this person a meaningful 3 to 5 minutes of my time of just random conversation. But like I was saying, after you get to like the third guy, you're like,
it's
like,
exhausting.
I've literally just said the same thing to the last 3 guys. I'm going to get like down to it. Do you like cats or dogs? And then that's what I started asking people, because.
So what are some other questions?
There probably could have been a better, like a very simple, cool conversation to see if y'all could talk about stuff like that.
Yeah. So I had the same experience, because the first like 3 guys, because everyone works out, right? Everyone travels.
Do you believe that?
They all work in the oil fields?
All of them travel. Everybody travels, and everyone, is so, lively and athletic. Like, they all were the same, or they were saying what they thought women wanted to hear, but it was like they didn't realize that, okay, yeah, I just heard that, like, the last 4 guys, they all said the exact same thing. So I thought it was really important to ask something different, because I was going to fall asleep. I was drinking, but I wasn't drinking enough to be like lit. I was drinking enough to get sleepy. So they were asking the same questions, and I was like, I got to do something different.
I hate that.
So
let's just pause.
Yeah, especially
let's just pause on drinking not enough. We got to do better as a people.
Yeah, and them like wanting to talk about the same thing. So I was like, where is the best restaurant that you've had, like, the best mac and cheese? Like, what restaurant was that? Like, I was just asking, like,
I want to go there.
Yeah.
Not with you, but I do want to go, so tell me.
It may not be you that I go with. Maybe like contestant number 3, goddammit, but
right. Or like asking about what they're watching on Netflix, or something else, just to, because you're
I hate the question, and I hate this question in any social I'm supposed to be trying to talk to you setting, like Tinder, speed dating, a first date. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like that's
What do you do?
Oh, what do you do?
Yeah, like
What do you do for a living? Where are your
living?
hobbies? And just an
I
FYI,
hate that
all the
shit.
guys that were in speed dating
I
were
lie.
engineers.
Yes.
No,
All 15 of them were engineers.
I would just say that what I do is photography. I would lie so quick.
All of them were engineers.
Nope.
But you know, like
I heard dudes lie about that shit too.
About being an
But you
engineer.
know,
Yes.
like
That's a good lie because there's tons of them.
but you could be an engineer, but like there's different segments to what you do as engineering. Like you could say, "Oh, I'm an engineer," but all you do is you go and clean keyboards off, in the office
Damn.
buildings.
Like you a dust engineer? Like,
a dust engineer.
But like, okay, so
crazy sauce.
Chase, in your opinion, because Chase was invited to go, but he did not
not
want to go
go.
because it was not his scene.
not my
What
thing.
type of people do you think shouldn't go to speed dating? What kind of atmosphere do you interpret?
And why
that
do you
think
feel
it
like
is?
you're too cool to go to speed dating?
So I never sounds too cool.
Whatever.
That was interpreted by my answer by you all.
No, I feel like you just said like, no, that's not my scene.
It's not my
which
thing.
basically means it wasn't our thing either. We just went just to go.
Right.
Yeah, see,
Experience.
I don't do nothing. I don't have time to just do things to do it. That's just me. Sorry.
Annoying.
I know I am. But yeah, so the whole point of it is so people. So let's go there first. I would say that people, one group of people be people who tried everything else. That's one group, right? So like, okay, I've tried social media. I've tried going to the club, the lounges, Walmart, Home Depot, HEB,
Mutual friends.
church, mutual friends. Like you tried all
So
those
that's
things.
the last resort. Speed dating is the last
I feel
resort,
like
is what you're
Walmart
saying.
would be at the way
'Cause
bottom
it's
of my
like-
list, but
Yeah, Walmart is definitely last. There's a website
People
called,
go and pick up people
there's
at
a
Walmart?
website called People of Walmart. Oh my god!
How do you know about this website? People of Walmart?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've never heard.
no,
Wait,
no,
it's
no.
not a dating.
It's not
I
a
was
dating
like,
site.
and you can date people
No,
that go to Walmart?
It's just to see. We're gonna look at it.
What
on the
happened?
break? Like
What
but
happened?
no, yeah. So I would say you tried everything else, and now you want to try this, right? Or you're a spontaneous person, and it's in your normal repertoire of things or things to try. I'm not that open minded.
I feel like the reason
know
why
that.
the reason why I went is because I'm awkward. Like when I meet people initially, it was awkward for me first dating.
Yeah.
And so to get 15 dates out the way, I was no longer awkward after I was done because I met 15 guys.
So that's understandable if you getting back in the game and you want like trial by fire type shit.
Right.
Where it's like you have to talk to people, you have to
Yeah,
be
'cause
live.
they're literally
But
sitting
you
in front
know,
of you.
it's I feel like also the type of people that do go speed dating, and I'm just gonna talk about men for a minute because I agree with all the categories that you just said, but I feel like also introverted people do this.
Yeah,
like
a lot
'cause
of
a lot
them
of them
were
were
introverted.
engineers, and
Yeah.
the reason I feel like the best question I asked the whole night, I'm gonna ask this question on every single time date I go on. I ask this question in Bumble and Tinder and all stuff is if you're a cat or a dog person, because I feel like that just tells me everything I need to know about you if you say that you like cats. But every man that I asked on this speed dating thing, I shit you not, their animal was they liked cats.
Yeah.
They all
a lot
said
of them.
cat.
Yeah.
I swear to you.
But I put it like this.
You-
No, you need to change that. It needs to be, are you a cat, dog, or two cat person? Because it's okay to
Or
have...
two.
No, because
it's okay to have one cat. I've had a cat before in my life.
You look like a cat.
But
like you would
see,
have a
but
cat.
see, I don't
But I've
just
had
stop
more
there. I
dogs.
want you to tell
But if
me
you
why
got-
you like this cat.
If you had two fucking
You
cats
can't have
at a
two
time,
cats.
But you can.
You cannot. Fuck that.
Why?
Why?
Okay.
'Cause two leads to three.
I have
As
two
a
dogs.
single male, you can't have
You
two
cannot
cats.
have two cats,
As a
dog.
single male.
No, but see, okay,
But you can have a cat and a dog.
Hell yeah.
yeah, well, and I have two dogs and a cat. But the reason why I like this question is not because I don't care if you have 1, 3, or 5 cats. Because the follow up question is be like, is usually when you're a cat person, you start talking about why your cat is so cool and how they don't need commitment from you. They don't need like you to acknowledge them. They just do what they
Oh.
want. But if you talk to a dog,
Did
I
someone
swear
say
to-
that?
Well,
Or have you ever had anyone say that
definitely
said
did.
was
no,
a cat
like
person?
I've asked 15 men like about their dogs, and I swear to you, like they all told me why they preferred their cats.
I
But
can't
like,
talk to 15 people in a day. That's why I can't.
It's very difficult.
That shit-
but you know,
My
all
jaw
the people
hurt.
that said they like their dogs. Oh yeah, my dog's great. I take him to the dog park, and it was like that was it. But like these cat people really wanted to go into depth about why they like their cats, and then I was like, Like,
See, I
all of
think
them.
if you got a cat, because I'm getting real deep on this shit.
Yeah,
I think if you got a cat and a dog, so a dog is real active, right? The cat real chill.
Yep.
So it kind of helps for a person who's really like who works a lot for them to kind of balance their energies out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like cats. I love my cat.
No,
I'm just saying
but
like
if you
if
want
you want to find out a lot about one person
Yeah,
in
I
like
feel you.
3 minutes, that's a great question to ask.
I
Because
feel you.
do you like
And now
cats or
she
dogs?
has-
Are you a cat or dog person?
So people, I hope that you take these notes because she's found the formula
to how to eliminate you within
to find
5
a
minutes.
fuck nigga. She found the formula to find a fuck.
Did
nigga.
did you find that a lot of them liked anime?
Oh my god!
Actually, there was
anime
like one.
is cool.
There
but
was
if you,
one.
If you like anime and you speed dating
And you have a cat?
and you have a cat, you live in your mama basement. You.
He probably doesn't because he's an engineer.
No, this one guy. I went with a friend, and like this
He
one
can still
guy,
live in his mom's basement and be just racking the money up.
and he wears suits like Go Call Saul.
Oh Jesus! Like
Yeah.
them sherbet colored suits.
I swear to you, this guy showed up, and I felt so bad for him because if he would have just been dressed differently, like just a little.
just a little, just a
Just a
taste.
little, but
just change the shade.
Yeah, no, he was
Hey,
wearing
I'm
like a
recording
full
right now.
suit, and it was like the Go Call Saul suit. It was like plaid or whatever it was, and the whole shebang matched. And I'm like, take this out.
One
And
of Stacy's men just called her, y'all.
Shut up. That was my aunt. I just need to turn. My walkie-talkie went off, so she just started talking. I was like, ooh.
Oh, I don't have walkie-talkie.
On your watch?
Damn.
You do?
You don't have it?
No.
If you have this, like the second one or above, it's on there.
you gotta update it. We figured that out.
Yeah.
So y'all be walkie-talking to each other.
Yeah, each other, my family, I have people at work.
Oh, I'm not in my head. No, I was like, no, but I don't
do
want
you
to talk
ever
to
wear
anybody.
your watch? I don't even think she wears a watch.
It was in my gym bag when it
Yeah.
got stolen.
I do Courtney all the time.
It got stolen too?
I lost. That was a
Oh,
bad.
no.
You
day.
said I'm gonna put all my expensive things in one bag, and then
Yes, and put it in
someone
a bag.
came and
And
stole
who
it.
wants it? It's right here with a sticker that said, it said watch.
No, I don't leave anything in my car anymore at all. Like my
Oh, it's in
car
a
is
car.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the second time.
Yep, it was. Well, second time in 2 years, but yes, it was the second time.
Y'all don't live in a hood. I just want to.
No, I drive in the hood though. Like
Yeah, for work.
yes.
So yeah, I did notice that a lot of those guys liked anime. Because that was what stuck out in my mind was the
Hold
anime
on, what's
thing.
wrong with anime? Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with anime, but it's like it's a combination.
She just
of
saying that
things.
shit so if her
so
future
if you're
husband
you're
like anime.
obviously socially awkward, right? You
You like cats?
I'm not, and I like cats, and I don't mind men that like cats, but
Man,
like
a lot of women do not like a dude that like cats.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
care if someone likes cats. Now you're right about the multiple.
But there
cat
are women
things.
who do specifically prefer cats and would love if you preferred cats too.
Right, or prefer their cat.
Yes.
Maybe they don't
Yeah,
like
they
you
can.
to have your own cat.
My sister, she is a
Just
cat
hers.
person,
For the rest of your life.
and her boyfriend
Today.
loves his cats too, and they get on just fine. But they're also like literally the same person. So yeah, I don't know.
Bruh.
So what did you wear when you went on this speed
shit.
dating adventure?
Okay.
I wore a black jumper and a camo jacket.
Trying to look like she rich. Do it.
No, some guy said
better
some
do
guy
it.
told me that I looked urban, and I was like,
Urban.
yes.
Hey,
and
no.
he used that
No.
term, and he was a white guy, and I was
Man,
like,
look.
urban, and I was like,
No.
I'm wearing it.
I recently found this out. I'm sorry to cut you off. I forgot what I was watching.
Are you sorry?
Just no. I'm adding to your point.
No.
I'm adding to your point. So they were talking about how like if you ever notice when urban is used, it's never used like with a positive connotation.
like you're trying not to say
Was he
another.
like, oh, you're urban?
Yeah, and black people never be like, oh, that's urban.
That's true. That's true because
You see, I'm sorry.
no,
I'm sorry.
because
No,
my
and
friends
that's what I
actually
was-
brought
and
this up because
That shit
there's
pissed
this
me
guy. I'm not gonna. Yes,
One of
that
her men.
approaches me often because he sees me often, and my friends are like, "What's wrong with him? What's like why?" And I'm like, "He's like urban,"
Man.
and like that's what I said. But like
Look.
they're like, "What does that mean?"
You said
like,
he was urban?
yeah, and for the setting that I
That y'all was
see
in?
him in, he's urban. That was like the most polite way of me saying like he a hood nigga. Like, and
right. So when you said it, you know what you meant,
right? And it was like my polite way of saying he hood.
So and that's why I was like, but then I was like, I don't know why this. But then like I said, he was a white guy telling me this. So I don't know if he exactly knew what was, because like there are times where I could, I might dress a little,
Yeah.
Lovely.
A little what?
A little urban.
What? Okay.
Urban.
And that wasn't.
I don't think you ever dress urban.
But like, if I want to, like, if I'm wearing a big hoodie and all this other stuff, and like Converse, like I don't know, maybe.
That's
but like,
still not urban.
That's the
but
thing.
like, I'm saying there's times where I could like
that's more relaxed.
That time
Right.
wasn't a time.
Are you dressing hip hop?
That's
sure,
relaxed.
why not? But I'm saying like,
urban.
there's a time more than the time that he told me I looked urban than that time, and I'm like, I'm wearing literally a black nice jumper from Francesca's and a camo shirt and heels.
Can you
like okay,
yeah.
like
no, I definitely think I don't think athletic wears urban wear. I don't think you dress urban. I don't think I dress.
I don't dress urban either. I'm just saying like there are times more than that time that I would think would be more
someone
urban.
would maybe say that was maybe
than what he said.
Yeah.
So
why are you wearing shades inside?
Explain Francesca's.
Explain why you're wearing shades inside.
Francesca's is like bright. The most like lovely Caucasian store ever. I don't know. It's I love Francesca's.
Okay.
I don't know. So I don't know how to describe it. It's a white people store.
Oh shit! There's nothing urban, is what she's saying in Francesca's.
No.
Nah.
It's like it's like country. It's like I don't know, Texas. I don't know, tees, shorts. Colorful floral things, cardigans.
Oh.
Yeah, like that stuff is there.
Okay. I just want to know.
I wear a jumpsuit too.
Yeah.
I wear a jumpsuit in here.
They try to be comfortable. Like,
it's like no jumpsuit's
really
like, hey, I'm trying to be nice. I'm also
it
trying to be
was a
comfortable.
Nice
okay.
Please. So, did you match with anyone, and did you reach out to anyone if you did match with them?
I matched with 2 guys, and honestly, one of them was because he was just interesting. Like I was like, we could like if I had to pick somebody and conversate with him again, like he was cool, but I was like, eh. And then the other guy, he was cool, but he was also young, so I just didn't call him.
Why you did that dude like that though?
What was the age range?
He could have been your knight in shining armor.
I think mine was 20. No, it was like 29 to 39, and it was weird because he was 25, which is why I was like, and I'm not saying that's too young. I'm just saying like I just don't like to date people younger than me.
No,
yeah, he should have been in my group.
Yeah.
So she want that young man.
But he was cool. I just didn't.
She want that young man.
Oh, I already know.
Wait, what was your question?
She want that young man.
What was your question?
Hey, young man, can you come in here? Hey, young man.
Call
but
me.
yeah. And what was your question? You had a question too. I don't remember.
We're about to have a question.
Or about to have a question.
What question? No, I didn't have one.
Okay.
I didn't have one.
So, and you didn't reach out to any of them?
No, I just didn't feel that. Meh.
Neither one did you reach out to? So Stacy.
I matched with the 3 people and I didn't reach out to any of them because I didn't remember. Because it's numbered, right? So 1 through 15, and then I don't even remember like afterwards. It was like, which one was it? Who was it? Because you, like, say, for instance, if I put down 5 people and then I matched with 3, it was like, which 3 were those? Did I just say that I matched with them? Because a couple of them, we kind of like, oh, yeah, we're going to match. We're going to, but I really didn't like them. And then they actually didn't match with me. So I was like, never mind. I was playing a game. I shouldn't have did that. But.
Yeah, I took a picture of my sheet. So I remember, like, what I thought about
who
people.
It was. Yeah, I should have did that.
There's this really weird guy at mine, but he made us feel very uncomfortable.
He made you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, well, my friend I went with too, he was weird. I actually thought he was gay, but he was weird. Yeah, but no.
Oh, that could be cool going with someone now that I think about it, because you were supposed to go with me when I went.
Yes,
but it filled up or something like that before you were able to register. But like I could see like, hey, did you see that one guy?
No,
or, like
we were
being
sitting
able to
right
talk about
next
it
to each other, and like I was like, because he was just so weird, it made me feel so uncomfortable. And then he went next door to my friend and made her feel very uncomfortable. I could see my friend looking at the host like, help me. Like,
I feel sorry for the guys in this situation because like the guy you was like, oh yeah, we're gonna match, we're gonna do that. He probably thought that shit. and he didn't even know he was whack.
Don't make me feel bad about
And he didn't know he was whack. You over there talking to him like, yeah, we're gonna match. And he like, oh hell yeah, I locked that one in because he was probably whack as fuck.
So the last guy I got, he was like this older guy, like he was the oldest person there, and
he was
How old was
39.
no, he was older than that. He was like 45, I think. But I felt really bad
That shit's
because
stressful.
he sat down. I was the last person. He was the last person. He was like, let's just throw this out the window. He was like,
Let's
so
just go.
tell me, like, you know, like he was really trying to like
he a
steal
player.
something in. And I was like,
Hold, just tell him what. Hold on.
and I
Yeah.
was like,
Let's get deep.
I gotta
Let's go
use the
deeper.
restroom.
You
No, what did he say?
Jessica!
No. We're not gonna just pass this up. What did he say? You said let's just throw this out the window.
Yeah, and he was just like, you know, tell me something you didn't tell anybody here. Like he was just trying to be like
Different,
like remember me, choose me. Like, and then I politely was like, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I have to use
But
the
like
restroom.
right now, the way my bladder is set up,
The last
She probably didn't even have to go.
probably didn't
they
have to
had
go.
nice restrooms there, so I wasn't minding. But yeah,
So you went there and just hovered and didn't even use the restroom.
no, I did. I really had to pee, so like I had to go. Like I couldn't
Yeah,
hold it.
I feel like I remember the last guy too because he was very similar to that. Like I don't remember his age or anything like that, but he was just, I don't know, the way he was talking about himself and like,
I
you know,
just
we
moved
just
here,
let's just
let's-
go ahead. We can match because I guess
Yeah,
I
you
feel
know
like
what
I
I'm
just
saying?
let that door open,
and you know what I'm
right?
saying? Like the way I look at it, like me and you.
It's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
last
It's just
one.
like a
And then
little.
you're-
It's a little feeling I'm getting just by sitting here right now.
Right, and you're able to talk to the last person
so good
longer.
at that.
Yeah.
I'm not going. Like,
Oh.
yeah, I could just tell. You know what I'm saying? We could have such a good time just doing nothing.
No, if you showed up to that chase, those ladies never eat you up.
Yeah,
'Cause,
you'd be like the hottest guy there.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not doing it. That's why I'm not doing it, because it's so women are really good. I mean, women put expectations on that type of shit.
I didn't.
On speed dating,
A lot of,
no.
I swear they probably do.
It
They
would have been
don't.
nice to
Y'all are
It's not
different.
like they're going every week though. I mean, like I get the invites like frequently. My friend gets the invites,
But
but
what
some
if
might.
they go exactly?
Some might.
What if they go every? What if all they do
wanna
all day
ask
is
this.
Some
work?
men might too.
Yeah.
we should ask to
Hold
like
on.
interview one of the
Hold on.
speed dating hosts.
What
That
if
would be
they-
such a good idea.
That would be a
Who
good
tell
one.
us the weirdest thing that you've seen?
Yeah,
That
well,
would
they-
be a good one.
they-
What if,
they should
what if we
Side
had?
note.
Yeah, I'm
what if
putting
we
it in
had-
the notes.
No.
now.
What if we had? Damn, what I was thinking. No, I'm thinking about like you remember y'all seen the movie Wedding Crashers?
Yeah,
I vaguely remember.
Where like all they do is go crash weddings, party.
we're gonna go crash speed dating.
No, I'm never doing that.
Okay.
What if you got
I know,
guys?
where are you going?
Yeah, what if they got guys that do that? Like they just go there, they know what to say, they know what to do to get one of the chicks. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Well,
none of
if
them
that-
seem that cool.
Is that, yeah, I was like,
I'm
if
just gonna
that's
put that
the
out there.
case,
Maybe
they
that's just
weren't
in
mine.
Hollywood.
They were not in
Yeah,
mine.
there were no Hitch type.
Yeah, there was no guy
guys
that just laid the
there.
game
Oh,
on.
hey, that's my
so
favorite
thick.
fucking movie.
Yeah,
Hitch is my
fucking
shit.
But yeah, no, there weren't any that were no.
Like almost all of them, like the ones that I talked to, they were nice. Like I was like, oh,
Oh,
friend.
really? I had a guy. One of them, he sat down and he was not attractive. Like
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, I know where you're-
not attractive, like by a long
Damn.
shot. But I was still nice.
Why
right?
you did my
He
boy
was a
like
white guy.
that?
Hold on.
Straight.
So
So
he said-
hold on. Why is the physical so important?
Listen, Linda. So he sat down and
Wow.
he's like, "So what college did you go to?" And I was like, "Yeah, no,
Damn.
I didn't go to college." And he goes, "Hmm,"
Oh,
and
he
like
did
just
that?
sat back, and I was like, "Are you fucking
He was
kidding
probably
me?"
like just like
you-
one of those urbans.
He was not having it, and so I was like, "Well, this is gonna be a really long 5 minutes."
I was like, look, hey, guess what? I gotta go to the restroom right quick.
So but I still tried to like talk to him and like ask him questions and stuff, like just because I was like,
He was being
I'm
such
already-
a snooty ass.
right, and he was like,
a snooty patootie.
he shouldn't have been. He really shouldn't have
snooty
been. Like,
patootie.
if anything else, he should have been happy that we were sitting at the same table because I never would have
Ooh.
even looked at him.
Motherfucker.
He would have been invisible to me in
Bitch
any other
ass.
setting. So it's like, how dare you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Stacey, you just should have went to college, okay?
Gosh,
Yeah, like, why
I
didn't
know.
you go-
I should have
4
hired
years.
my
4
education.
years. It's 4 of them.
So yeah, but so there are guys there that are assholes. That was the only asshole that I had that at least showed that he was an asshole, like off the bat. But
The guy that I was telling you about, the weird guy, he asked my friend if she always dresses like and he didn't say like he didn't say hooker or whore. He said something that I can't remember what it is. That is almost like you're making fun of it, but he was being like an a-hole. It's like, you don't know her. Like, you just, he was weird. It's like, oh, do you always dress like this? Like,
Okay, so overall, just for the overall experience, what did you like about it?
I love to meet people. That's like my thing. I'm a collector of meeting people, and I like to go and talk to people. So that was cool. I like that experience. I like the possibility that, hey, maybe you would have met somebody, even if it's a friend, or maybe you go on another date and you wouldn't have had the opportunity otherwise. Like, that's what I like. But, just that. Yeah. Putting people in a room that you would never otherwise have met.
That's true. I think that for the most part, I like the same thing. It just kind of got me out of that awkward, like, having to ask questions or come up with questions and talking to guys. Like in a date
if you
setting.
mess up one round, you can just make it up on
they're going to be gone here in a minute, and then you just can start all over and do it again. So if you are starting today and it just feels awkward, or don't know where to start, I would at least recommend starting there, because it's like a cool night. It's not like, I mean, you can go with friends, but you don't have to, because you're still going to be talking to someone.
Yeah, it's like an hour. They usually have that at a bar. I would go again. Like, maybe not like tomorrow, but maybe like when these emails I'll respond to eventually, and just go. Like. But I don't know if I'd depend on it, though.
No, don't depend on it. Just go for the experience. You're definitely only going to meet,
like, a certain crowd there, though, I feel like. So.
Yeah. So, and then what didn't you like about it?
I feel like the only thing I don't like is, let's say you're on the app, you're on Bumble, you're on Tinder, you're with a friend. They're like, hey, you should meet this guy. You could look at them, and you could automatically know that, like, even if you're a little bit attractive or a lot attractive or whatever, or even on the app, you swipe. Oh, this guy's all right. Swipe right. I feel like the only thing I don't like is I don't know if any of my type would be there. So it might just be a really big waste of my time. Like, if I'm just going to sit with all these people that I would never date. Right. That's about it. Like, that's the only chance I guess you might take. But then you also might not know unless you sit there and talk to somebody.
Yeah, so. There definitely wasn't a wide range of, like, I don't want to sound like an asshole.
Variety of guys.
Yeah,
like the variety
and looks, right? I mean, they were all in the same on the same number scale.
Hold on.
I'm trying not to sound like an asshole.
Hey, this is a safe place.
This is a safe
an asshole.
place.
I'm trying not to sound like an asshole, but they were all.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just bask in it. Hold on. If we were going from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
10 being...
You need to ask her what she rates herself first, though, and then ask...
don't ask me what I rate myself.
Damn, we getting deeper? No. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jessica made me do it. Stacey, stay sorry.
Fuck.
Sorry.
On a scale of 1...
I had to know.
On a scale of 1 to 10... 0 being... 0 being what the fuck is going on?
Right.
With your entire face. And 10 being, she's a goddess.
Right.
What do you rate yourself? Without makeup and with makeup. Let's do that. Ooh, okay. Crazy shit.
I can do that because I don't feel like I just wear a ton of makeup.
That's good. Because the reason why I say that, because there's so many women that just... The transformation is crazy sometimes.
Yeah, but like, why do I get this?
My transformation is only up one number, like, or down. So okay, I'll rate myself first. I'll make this easier. So on a good day, like where I'm just like, you know what? I felt good. I'm wearing cute clothes. I did my hair, did my makeup.
Today.
Today's a good day. I don't know about the outfit and stuff. No, not today. But on a good day like that, I would say I comfortably sit at the 8 number. Like, I can acknowledge that. I feel like...
You got a good 8?
I'm a good 8. Now, on days where I'm not, where I'm like, oh, I feel like shit, I don't have makeup on, I just threw my hair up, I'll sit there at the 7. I'm cool. Like, 7, 8. Maybe like a 9 when I've been working out for like a few months, and I'm like, But, like, it fluctuates.
Alcohol in this.
You need
fluctuates.
More?
So...
That'll be episode 2.
Can I...
Yeah.
The re-up.
I don't know my number.
No, shut the fuck up. They out here lying to y'all.
She changed her... I
don't know who I am
number.
Anymore. Who am I?
Okay, I feel maybe on a good day, I think I'm an 8. Maybe on a bad day, I think I'm like maybe a 7, 6. So I'm on the same range.
See, that's a healthy amount of confidence, though. It's not like she said, I'm a 10, bitch.
I'm a 10.
Yeah.
All day.
I can lean on a 9, on some good days.
You can make it there.
I can lean on it,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
So as far as the scale of the men that are speed dating, 'cause that was the original
This
question.
actually didn't make this question any easier.
Yeah,
Would y'all like me to rate myself? Would it make y'all feel better?
Yes, let's do that. Chase.
Okay.
do it.
I only have one number.
You don't wear makeup, so let's do it.
I don't want makeup. Oh, I could do it like this: beard or no beard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you look better with a beard.
Yeah, you see what I'm
I
saying?
like the beards.
Yeah, so no beard. I'm at a smooth 2. Smooth, smooth
Like
2.
a 2 plus 1, like a 12? Or
2.
do we flip that 2
Okay.
upside down and make a
No,
7?
no,
Like,
No,
I'm
I'm curious
lying.
as to what he thinks he is with the
And
beard.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why after. No, and this is not my perception of myself. This is what I can tell from people. Probably with the beard is probably like a 8 or 9.
That is a huge jump with.
And I'll tell
just
you.
with the
I'll
beard.
tell you why. I'll tell you why. So I'll post because we've talked about social media.
Yeah.
Whenever the beard comes back, it's like there's a jump in like the numbers of like I'm posting the same stuff,
Right.
but it's like all of a sudden you have facial hair and it's different. And I'm not the only guy that says something like that.
I mean, it's right.
That's a huge jump though, from a 2 to an 8.
Oh no! I was exaggerating the 2. So it's probably,
So what is it
He
really?
meant like a 7.
Yeah, probably like a 7 to like an 8.5 to a 9.
Okay.
But like my actual perception of myself, like if we're being honest, 5 across the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to the original question.
Yeah, these guys. I just wanted to make it even.
Oh, no. I mean, it depends, though, because, like, everybody likes different things, so there's all these different scales, but, like, the most important scale, obviously, is the one that you consider yourself, because, obviously, maybe to Chase or to some other random guy, you're not my type, so in reality, you might be a 5
Well,
or
see,
a 4.
I'd rather be a
but,
5.
you know, like...
Yeah, I'd rather be a 5 to myself. That way, I was raised not to be cocky, right? So no matter what, I'm always on a constant
Thanks, Chase.
trail of approval.
You just answered that question.
No, I'm just being serious. Like,
5 guys.
you're gonna meet my mom in a few minutes, so
Modest mouse over here.
always.
Modest.
But apparently, I'm cocky as shit on pictures. Go ahead.
So the scale of the guys that are in
Yo,
speed
boo
dating.
things. Your guys.
They range from 5s to 7s.
5 to 7.
She like that shit
must
high
have had a
as hell.
good batch
Like, what
of
was your
men.
group?
No, because mine
There
were
was maybe one that was a
definitely
7, and there was 5 and 6s.
I feel like the hottest guy there was maybe a 4.
Damn. A 4?
I feel like...
Y'all need to go at the same time. Y'all gotta go again
We
at
do
the same
because
time.
I feel like the hottest guy, because even like
Let me let me rethink this.
hold on, because when I saw him, I was like, oh, he's decent.
Because the 25-year-old was the most decent looking one, and if I'm to think about him, because
Right.
I picked him, I should go off the guys I picked, because obviously I picked them because if push came to shove and we had to repopulate the earth, I got to pick one of these guys. Okay,
Right.
So I would say the white boy was like, the white guy was like 7-ish,
a 7?
maybe like 6 to 7, like
Right.
like. That's me without makeup though, so I'm like that's I feel like.
But here's the thing to consider as well. Jessica and I definitely have different taste in men, so I didn't see a lot of just to throw it out there. The people that held the one that I was at, it was like a African American lady, it was a black lady, and then I think the other one was Hispanic, and I probably only saw maybe 2 black guys and maybe 3 Hispanic guys. And all of the rest of them were all white guys.
Yeah, that's how mine was too.
For me, I'm attracted to black men. Well, I'm attracted to a lot of men, but mainly what attracts to me is like African American men, of course, and Hispanic men. Those are the ones I get hit on with the most, and those are the ones that I've been in relationships the most is African American men, Hispanic men. Will I date white, Asian, all of that? Yes, but I didn't see any of those white guys that were like you really have to be like attractive
Yes. No,
if you're a
I
white
didn't-
guy, because at some point you all just start to look alike.
I mean, but like,
Just start to look
if
alike.
we're thinking about the people we went to anyways, like they all blended anyways. So
Yeah,
like it's
so
but yeah, I think that's true because like mine, there was like 2 Asian guys, like maybe 3 Hispanics,
Yeah.
and the rest of them were white.
I didn't see any Asian guys, and I wish I would have because like
They were the two Asian.
definitely want to
Talk to them.
Asian guy. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Oh, all day.
Interesting.
But no,
I like Asian
didn't have
guys too.
any,
But that I stay in the white guy, Asian guy, like
yeah.
Hispanic white guy range.
Yeah. Nope. Of course.
Black guys don't like me.
Hispanic, and then everything else kind of falls in after that. All right. So that was our experience. Speed dating. Do you have any other feedback to give?
I think if you haven't tried it, you should just not chase. I'm looking over here, but I really mean to look there. If you haven't tried it, you should just try it just for the experience. Maybe you'll meet somebody. But I asked guys who had been, if they had been before, and I talked to one guy who met his girlfriend that he dated for quote unquote 6 months from speed dating, and then they broke up, and he saw her at speed dating like 2 months later, and I was like, "That's so."
You have to sit at the table with her. She's like, "Time for my new man."
Yeah, he's like, I bought her a drink, and I'm like, "Oh, that's mature, I guess."
That's sweet.
Yeah,
I would
Fuck
never.
that.
They probably ended on great terms.
No, they probably did, but it's just so fucking weird. Here we are again at speed dating.
Next round. All right, so.
And if you want to know some of the places in Houston, they're
really nice restaurants. They have them set up at too.
Yeah, there's Cheeky Dating. There's Houston, Texas Speed Dating, and then there's. Oh, I hear my microphone. Sorry.
It's these headphones.
Yeah, and they're all usually done with Eventbrite and stuff, and that's how that's usually done. So yeah, or just go to Speed Dating Houston, and it will all come up. But like for example, they have 2 tonight. They have 1 on Thursday. They have 1 on Monday. They got a whole bunch. So just it's happening. Just
just experience it.
Yeah, at least once.
I'm gonna keep on being old and not go.
Whatever.
Well, we want to invite you again.
Stubborn.
All right. So next on the docket,
ooh,
we have.
How she said this shit. What's on the docket, son?
We got traits of a fuck boy.
Damn.
So, Jessica,
that's a weird ass transition. I'm sorry.
I'm the least person who knows any of these terms.
Okay, so you don't know what a fuck boy is.
No, I mean, okay. A guy that is literally just meant for like fucking.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's
not it.
No,
yeah, like,
that is a booty call.
You are wrong, lady.
Yeah, that's a booty call.
I mean, like that's all he wants
to fuck.
Yeah, like that's his thing. Like that's just what he does.
Yeah, it's actually very close. I thought you meant someone that you want to fuck.
No, I mean like you. I mean,
he's your fuck boy.
I mean, that's how it works though. Like you get pulled in by this person because of whatever reasons, but that's all they want, and you're just trying to fuck them, and like, but that's really all they're trying to do.
I like how you like went literal with the definition.
Yes, like
I like how you did that.
That's that's like their thing that. They
do just want to fuck, but there are also traits, right? There are things that they do that not necessarily them just wanting to fuck with, like fuck you, but they're like kind of playing.
They're manipulators, like they're people that manipulate with sex, like to the woman, and that's what
not necessarily just with sex.
But I don't think that's the only thing. I think when we talk about fuck boys, the term
or women, because they could be that too.
Is it that they not like they're good, maybe they're good for that, but like they don't have nothing going for them?
Typically that's how I guess no, because there's guys that have stuff going for them and they can still be a fuck boy.
They just not talking about nothing. Maybe is that it?
Yeah, are you gonna look it up?
I'm gonna
go to Urban. Because I think this is a good one. This is a good one. We got to figure this level out.
Well, I mean, because I already know, like, I know what it is. I just don't know
it's
how
like
to put it into words. Like, I know when I encounter one, or that I have encountered one.
Oh, you know when you encounter one.
You know
but,
when you are.
It's not like...
But I don't know if it's her definition or the Urban Dictionary style definition.
Yeah, because mine is just like that whole, like, manipulative, not necessarily just wanting to fuck, but, like, just playing with your emotions
mind games.
And playing these mind
knowing
games.
That it's never going to be anything more, but they're kind of still, like...
yeah.
That's kind of... I don't know. Maybe I've never been clear on this one.
Sorry, that's a minute.
One. No, I've never. Damn.
Oh.
I've heard the term.
This is a big
I looked
definition.
it up earlier and I was like, fuck, I'm definitely not going to read that.
Like, Jessica, long. We need your...
It's so long.
Let me just siphon through this real quick. So the definition in Urban Dictionary is an asshole boy who is strictly sexual relationships. He will lead a girl on and let her down, then apologize only to ask for pics once the girl has welcomed him back into her trust.
Damn.
That person was hurt.
Boys like this pretend to genuinely care about the girl, but always fail to prove the supposed affection. True. He will bail on plans. If a girl tries to stand up to this guy, he will most likely deny everything and turn all around the girl, making it seem as though the conflict is her fault. But he will always come crawling back because he obviously wants to whatever, and cannot withstand the disposition of one of his bays because he has more than one for sure. Texting such a boy will consist of girl carrying the conversation, the guy responding, short answers, or 10 or more minutes after the girl's response. This is very specific.
Yeah, she was hurt. This is obviously a woman, and she was hurt.
He will say that he is busy, but he promises he likes her. He's egotistical, cannot be trusted, and it's hard to get up because they always say the right things.
You've definitely dated someone.
Oh, yes. No, this is like,
category.
his name should be in the definition.
Okay, so give us an experience.
My experience?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've been in this exact situation, but it's funny because I feel like it's happening, but you think maybe, like, you could change it. Maybe you could be, like, the exception, but yeah, just somebody that you will openly say that you're in a relationship with this person, but they will never say that to anybody because they're technically not.
Right.
They emotionally manipulate you. They always do come back, even if it's for a little bit, make you think they might care, then go do the same things they do, whether it's cheat, go date other girls, utilize you for money, like whatever it is that they need, they will take that from you. I feel like
you've had someone do this?
Yes.
Utilize you for your funds?
Not for
and
the
you were,
I don't know about
I was like,
fun.
and you were given?
I don't know about like
Not for
fun
the
like
kid's
that, but it's
ass.
like you're tricked into thinking that like, oh,
Not
I'm
for the
doing this
kid's
because I
ass.
care and they care about me, so you would do this for
Right.
somebody you care about.
Okay.
So it's not like they're like, give me $500 and you're like, okay. It's like, just you think you're in a relationship with this person, so you do relationship things, but in all
Right.
reality, you're not in a relationship with this person. This person is a fuckboy.
Did they ever say we're in a relationship?
So you have to actually say those words.
I think you do.
Okay.
I think you
No,
do.
you do.
I think you do. I think
If you're smart,
until you say that,
you will need those words to be said because
Yeah.
you don't want to be taken advantage
I don't
of.
know. I ain't been.
but the
I've
other-
been-
the other- but the other part of that is, one, you have to say it, and until you say that,
You're single.
you're single, and you should question things, until that point. Like, seriously, I've never been a fuckboy because I'm way too fucking honest.
And it also takes
And so you out of that full definition, because that was a long definition.
long.
You've never done any of those things that were listed in the definition.
Oh, I've definitely text somebody outside of a 10-minute fucking window.
Okay,
But
outside of that.
but with the intent of knowing what it is,
Like,
not by
to hurt
accident,
her
not by
feelings.
accident.
No. It's
Like it listed 10 fuckboy traits. You've never accidentally or unintentionally done a few of them.
No, he's saying he might have accidentally done it, but you never intentionally maliciously done it.
It's never been like that.
Okay.
But because you gotta understand those type of things. She listed a long list of shit. You see what I'm saying?
We knew she was a she.
I'm sorry.
That person that typed up the
Well, and
definition.
the
This
person
girl
who
or
typed
guy?
after it was also probably a woman. 'Cause it's literally long, too.
This girl or guy, she listed a lot of shit, and some of those things can just be kind of caught within. You know what I'm saying? But those are traits of somebody. Like say, if they just hit you with some little shit or whatever, especially if you hit. I've definitely done a short answer to a long ass text message.
To piss them off on purpose.
It wasn't even to piss them off. What you was saying wasn't really worth all them words.
Oh, right.
So I'm sure.
What you're saying? Oh, that's such a good thing. Getting a long text message and only responding. But yeah, it's right because all of your words were not worth more words.
Or
All of your words were
I'll hit you
worth
with
more words.
I understand. The shit could be a page long. I understand.
Oh, I need to do that.
Okay.
That's a good one, Chase.
So,
Thanks.
I feel like there isn't like a fuck girl
Shit.
term. No, well, it's not like used. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
no,
on
it
social
wouldn't be
media.
fuck girl. She
But
like a
there's
gold
definitely
digger.
the like city girls type women that are very manipulative.
What's the more common opposite for a fuckboy? Like in like
a one. Like what do y'all
woman.
call the women that are fuck girls? Because it's not a fuck.
No,
That's
I don't.
not
Is there
really
one? I guess there really isn't
equivalent.
like a.
See,
Because
women-
if she a hoe,
it's
she not
not.
gonna hurt your feelings.
Right.
But there are women out here that are hurting
Yeah.
niggas' feelings for real.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's possible. It's yeah. See, women have so much power, and it's crazy. Women have way too much power.
Men.
So hold on. Have you ever ran into one of these fuck? We're gonna call them fuck girls because I don't know what else to call them. Have you ran into a fuck girl and yeah, tell us.
That they use me for my money?
No, because they're not just using for money. They're being manipulative. They're kind of playing these games, and I'm not talking about like new Chase today.
I don't
but
hear
like
that
even in
ever.
the past, it happens.
I'm sure it
when I was
does, but I'm
younger-
like,
When I was
they just
younger,
don't talk about it.
Yeah, when I was younger, it's possible. I can't really remember, but like maybe when I was like in college or something. But I may have noticed it. So I've been that person. I'll notice the type of person you are. Like, oh, super save a hoe. So
They don't always have to be hoes. I hate that
I know.
term that it's like, oh,
I
she a hoe or
know.
this a hoe or that a hoe.
I'm not saying she is,
Like,
but it's like, look, I can't deal with you. I can tell. I see what you're doing here in the quad, because the quad is like where everybody
Right.
socializes, right? But I'm like, you probably a good person. You way too cute for this shit. I'm not giving you no money, but we can have a conversation about why you fucking
but
up.
but it's not only the money aspect of it. Like we always like, ho, she wants some money. She wants it. Like, but that's not always the
I'm not saying
case.
that, but yeah,
She
might
can
be
play
loose.
around with your
She may
emotions.
be
String or
loose.
So
bad
you've
luck.
never had a woman to play with your emotions ever.
No.
Please.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Not that I can
I'll
think
take that
of.
answer because I feel like you're not going to give me anything else.
No, if I could think of it, I would actually say it. But like, if I can go back, like the last 7 years, no, because I'm so defensive now. I am completely defensive
Now.
Yeah, due to like past relationships that didn't go well, but they didn't.
So
end.
were any of those women ever playing with your emotions at any point?
No, it was just like
it just didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
So
and I
if it just
became
didn't
defensive.
work out, then why do you need to be defensive?
I'm a man. That's what men do.
Please, I'm not buying
That's what we do.
anything that Chase is selling
What the
today.
hell?
But whatever.
It
Okay.
makes so much sense.
So have I ever been with a fuckboy? Absolutely.
We know you have.
Absolutely.
oh, I need to hear more about this. Go.
Oh, you need to hear more about it. There are men out there that
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
there are a lot there. Yeah.
Some details. We don't need to know the nigga name. A few details.
I
Some
mean,
guys that do
it's
what?
pretty much all of the same traits that are listed, the same ones you went over. Of course, like Chase said, now I can catch that shit easily. It's not hard to catch as you get older because once they stop texting or doing that whole reply to your question.
You've been hurt enough to finally want to pay attention to the red flags or the things they're asking. Then you're like, oh no, I'm good. Let's
And you know what helped me to recognize fuckboys earlier? I feel like a lot of women feel as though they need to have sex with men. After second date, third date, things like that. Like they feel like they have like a certain time period where they need to have sex with somebody, which isn't the case. You don't have to have sex with someone, you've only known them for a month and then like just kind of allowing them inside of your body. Like you don't have to do that because that manipulates, you're manipulating yourself because they're showing you traits and you're like, nope, that's not it. That is definitely not a red flag.
I think Stacey's becoming a Rob. She's getting into that Rob mindset.
I've always been in that mindset.
She's been like that for at least the past like year or two ish.
Right.
Like,
I know that about myself. Like I know that I can't figure out what's emotion and what's sex. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't have that gauge. And because I know that about myself, I'm not about to have sex with you. And that's why women are falling into these fuck boys is because it's like, oh well, we had sex. He's not gonna do me like that. But in reality, he gonna do you like that. Yeah. So it's like
at the same time. I mean, like I agree with some of the things that Rob was saying. As far as it was interesting when he was talking about like the experience as far as like what the woman does for her to like to kind of cling.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for the guy to like run. Mm-hmm. Because just from a male trait, males are made to reproduce. So I had to look a few things up after Rob left.
And because even I had a conversation with, and this was before Rob came, this was This was when the last like short, very, very, very short-lived relationship that I was in. Very, very short.
Very, very, very,
super
very,
short.
very, very, very,
it barely
very.
even counts. But it
don't count. It does not count.
It doesn't even count because it was so short-lived. But it was something that he was saying to me that like I didn't like, and like I knew for a fact that like I can't be with this man because of the way, because of his mindset. But I told my friend, I told her these exact same words, and I was like, had I fucked him, it wouldn't have even probably been an issue. Like, and that's a big, like the issues that we would have had, like moving forward, would have been really big issues. But I was like, had I fucked him, I wouldn't have even recognized. I was like, I'd still be with him now.
Damn.
Well, and that's the thing. Like women need. What was I telling you yesterday? Was women don't need sex for love, and men need love for sex. What is it? Yeah, no, reverse.
That's the reverse.
Yeah, reverse it.
That's definitely the reverse.
Because like a woman, like I could go forever without having sex, like if I wanted to, and then but if I love you, then I'll that, right. I have sex with you, that means I love you or whatever. Yeah. Men, like they have sex doesn't mean I love you, but then it takes forever for them to fall in love, and they fall in love, and then sex.
Yeah.
So that was the easiest way for me to get rid of fuck boys. I'm not doing that. Don't do that, because if they're a fuck boy, they're not gonna stick around. If you're not giving to them and they're a fuck boy, they're not gonna stick around.
It's a different type of dude, and I've had to learn it. It's a different type of dude that can withstand sex and you're not in love with a woman. Because I say that because
withstand's a very interesting word.
Exactly, and well, think about what it means. So in other words, like I said, depending on the understanding that you and the woman have, right? If y'all don't have an understanding that, hey, we're having fun or we're doing this, then you have to set those boundaries beforehand. And even if you set those boundaries, there's a possibility that she will still not think about those boundaries after you set them. So if you never set them at all, you're at a loss. You see what I'm saying? So you can say, yeah, we're having fun. We're doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And then even still over time, if y'all just having fun or whatever, she will start to catch a feeling before you do as the guy, right? But if you never set those type of boundaries at all, and y'all are just, going with the feeling or whatever, it becomes more of a problem because now you gave her full reign to actually manifest a relationship for y'all.
But when we're talking in regards to a fuckboy, that's exactly what they want, right? They
want to manifest.
They want women to kind of have that feeling of maybe there's a possibility, but and like that's when he pulls away and manipulate that.
And they'll manipulate. What they're doing is they're watching you make this movie, right? And they're saying, okay, in this scene, I can do this. And then it'll push it this way. I'm going to keep on putting it, and I'm still going to keep on getting this. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if you have a conscience, the problem is a fuckboy don't have a conscience, right? So you have to actually think about how you're affecting the woman in this situation, right? So that's why for me...
Well, mature people always think about how they affect other people's too, so... Mm-hmm.
Not mature necessarily. People, I understand what you're saying. That sounds great.
If I'm saying in the ideal
but
situation.
But if I'm still I could be a mature motherfucker and still be out for me. Because you could be a person that's scorned and shit, whatever, right?
But I mean, if you were mature and you're actually trying to be in a relationship, you would care. Like, you're not gonna want some woman just like following you around just because you slept with her, or like I'm just saying, like a mature person, the mindset of they want to be in a relationship, all that stuff, is thinking about how their actions and sleeping with somebody and all that stuff is going to affect that other person towards them.
Yeah. No, I hear you. No, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? When you got to understand that when you're dealing with a person or a man or whatever, or a woman, it's things that comes with that. So, are they mature in their finances? That's a different type of maturity. That you're talking about like a love style, maturity, or a sex style maturity. That, like, in other words, if you go off of what Rob was saying, you have to be a different type of motherfucker to actually to rebuke your natural needs or your natural instincts to want to do these things. Because we get that. Y'all don't get that. Y'all don't wake up in the morning just wanting to do something. You see what I'm saying? So
I find it very interesting how men think that like women
it's not the same.
Refrain themselves. But how do you know?
We can't refrain themselves. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, how do you know as far as like women, we go through those same exact emotions and things that you guys go through as well. But it's like, it's almost like, well, we're a man. We feel this way. You know, it's not the same. But how do you know it's not the same?
Well, I feel
because y'all testosterone levels aren't like men's. You can't
like,
roll your eyes to that.
But I feel like
y'all
women
have estrogen.
but women feel other things, you know. Like, it's not like a woman just wants to be alone. So it's like,
we're not saying that. That's two different things. We're not talking about.
He's just talking about the physical part.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, but like, okay, so a guy doesn't have sex for 6 months because he's on this journey of, I'm gonna not have sex, whatever. A woman, like, if I was like on that same thing, I'm not thinking about the whole like, oh, I need sex. You're mostly thinking about like, oh, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not meeting anybody. I'm not with anybody. Like, it's like that feel. I feel like that part of it, like, it's the same thing. Maybe I'm not thinking like, oh my God, I'm just gonna ram my stuff into somebody.
Because if I could fuck every day, I would.
Yeah, but that's still not the same thing.
How? I need for you to explain to me how it's not. Because I hate that it's like, oh, well,
because a guy can't fuck every day unless a woman lets him. That's number one. Two, a woman saying that is one thing, but a guy, the ego is different. The ability, understand that you still have the ability to do what you did last time you did something that was great. You see what I'm saying? All those things make a difference for a man. So you think about those things. You know what I'm saying? It goes through your mind. Or you be like, damn, it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? That happens. So I'm sure one be like, oh, damn, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But guess what? Y'all don't be doing much. Y'all got one very great, amazing job.
Why are you yelling at us?
Wait, I want to know what my job is. What is it?
I want to give me my task. What is the job? What is this amazing job?
Be receptive. And the guy has to make sure that he does a great job. That he's, you know what I'm saying? He do. He has to outperform all those other he gotta perform. Right. He out here trying to, hey, all the guys he don't know about, that you dated or whatever, he's trying to outperform everybody.
Does that really come up in your mind? Like, I gotta be the best?
No, not exactly, but it's like you want to make sure you do think about it. You're like, okay.
If you think about it and you don't ask, it's your fault.
I'm not asking shit. I'm trying to look at traits to see if I did a good job.
You know how many times I've slept with a guy and they suck, and I think, man, I wish this guy would just ask, how was that? So I could just be like,
give feedback.
That's you.
Fill out a comment card.
That's y'all. But see, a lot of
where's that comment card that was on your bed before I got here?
It was attached to the condom.
It'd be like, oh, it's amazing.
They should do that. They should put comment cards with the condoms.
You want a tip? Can fill them out. You want a tip? Yeah. See what I'm saying? But that's the point. I mean.
Okay, so. Yeah, we kind of veered a little bit, but
I was like, what were we talking about?
That was not a good. I thought that was a good one.
It's great. It's actually it's great.
Chase.
It's a great answer. But a lot of what I feel like because of our age range and kind of where we are, that's definitely great. And I feel like we're more aware of the fuck boy, fuck girl.
So if you are in the younger generation, you do not know what that is. You should try to look it up first. So at least if you didn't watch this whole video, you know.
Yeah.
Stay away from the fuck boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stay away. And then like if this is what I wish what someone would have told me, especially when I was like in high school, because that's when I started having sex when I was in high school. So it's like just
nasty.
Yep, gross, disgusting. Ew. Take it back if I could. But it is that like men these guys that are not calling you back, that are not texting you back, that are like not wanting to admit y'all are in a relationship, that like don't stop tying yourself to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
You always want to tie yourself to them, especially when you have sex with them. It just feels like, oh, okay, well, yes, they're gonna feel that exact same way. And like I wish someone early on would have said they don't feel that way. This was just an action. This was just like them meeting a stick.
Even if y'all are on a good level of, you know, everything's kind of like on the same plane. Mm-hmm. That does not necessarily mean that they feel the same way.
Yep.
When something happens, you know what I'm saying? Shit. The worst thing you could do Or probably the worst and best thing you could do is to like talk about it afterwards. Like, yeah, so for me it was this. You see what I'm saying? I hate that. I'm sorry, continue. Like, yeah, so how was it for you?
That just made me awkward. Just
It's
saying
awkward.
it. I'm fully clothed, so it's definitely awkward.
You see what I'm saying? Like right after.
I make really awkward
Yeah,
comments.
at minute 15, I thought that left stroke.
So do you always do that? Do you always like?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking because I didn't really.
Yeah. So was it good for you? If a girl be like,
Has it happened?
I don't say that.
Have you ever
though.
asked for feedback? Like,
I don't
have you
ask
ever
for
asked
feedback?
But like, if I feel like, but also too, and just to TMI a little bit, like if I am in the midst with something, like I will tell them what I want. So like, as to not confuse what you think I want, and then it's just bad sex.
Because we
like,
all aren't the same.
I'm here. Let's make this.
that's
thing.
kind of crazy right there. I'm sorry. If we just like, if we're like in the moment, and then all of a sudden, okay.
My leg is too high.
Today, I feel like
not how that
I feel like a doggy with a slight cowgirl with a McTwist.
It's definitely
It's classy.
Because a lot of guys. Oh, we are veering off. But a lot of guys feel like they could eat pussy and they can't. That's
You're
the
not
biggest
as good
one.
as you thought. Hey.
Fuck.
Hey, young man. Hey, guys out there. I know you thought you were doing it right.
You're not.
But
Some
Stay
of you
Sorry
aren't.
says you're not.
No, ask me for feedback.
That's probably where most men think that like, oh,
So yes,
I'm doing this right, and they're not. So
But
that's
a good
when
place-
I correct for 'em.
That's a good place to ask for direction. And that is a good place because it's like you get automatic feedback.
If you're terrible, you get automatic feedback.
And be like, no. Remember. And then when he do that,
Charlie Brown.
you know what I'm saying? Rah. And he be like, oh, there we go. We're there now.
Yes.
Come on, man.
So
There should be a goal. And this is my last thing. There should be a definite goal when it comes to like a sexual communication. And it's that I get the point and you get the point. And really and truly, she should get the point before I get the point. And the point is what?
I don't know. Please tell us what the point is.
She should get hers before I get mine.
Truth.
That way everybody's fine.
Yeah, because men automatic. I mean, it's for the most
Yeah,
part.
you rude if you get your point before I get mine. Just saying.
I'm
We're
just
calling
trying-
it a point?
We gotta get
Like,
the points
and if
across.
you do get your-
I'm trying to get the points
And if you do
across like
and
a
if you do
motherfucker.
get the point across and we can't bring another point across 10 minutes later, then we still have a problem.
But hey, I ain't gonna lie. Now sometimes the point may come a little quick. But it's something about
But
the second point. And we have to be aware of the second point. Now, if you're not aware of the second point, Jessica,
well then, yeah, you
got to be ready for a second point, guys.
that's expected. Like I think that in my head, like I know this just happened, but he better be. I hope he's thinking about
Another
in 10
point.
minutes we're about to come back because if not, I'm never doing this again.
Like damn, this is a horrible, like production. He only had 1 point
Yes.
for the whole
Very
audience.
off topic. Are we closing up this topic?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
So yeah. Am I closing?
No.
Okay.
Are you trying to close?
Let's get a close, like, bro.
I was like, are we still on this topic?
No.
Okay.
So we definitely have to talk. So okay.
It does not matter if we're off topic if we give him fire ass content.
How do we avoid a fuck boy or a fuck girl?
I don't know.
Do what Rob said. You just don't have sex with them until you're sure.
But you do have to be sure
Yeah,
to
you have to be sure, but there's a point before that. There's a point
that he was already a fuck boy before you fucked him.
Right. So you have to, in other words, be aware. So in other words, don't. It's two sides of it. Don't put what I always say. Don't put previous shit on this shit, which is always hard to do because we're creatures of habit. But be aware of the signs, but trust but verify. You know what I'm saying? Understand what you're seeing and like make sure that's what you're really seeing.
I feel like also trust your gut. I feel like sometimes we see red flags and we're like, oh, really red flag? I don't know. Maybe it was this, maybe it was that. And if you aren't sure, then you should ask.
Yeah, and some people don't feel it in their guts. People don't have that because they don't have the experience or they, you know what I mean? They haven't haven't seen it yet, so it's not like, oh yeah, that's my gut feeling. We only get those gut feelings sometimes based off of, you know, our
Or if you guys have
experience.
sex and then he doesn't call you for 3 days or whatever, and then he calls you, oh hey, how was it? I feel like those are like.
You shouldn't have had sex with him. See, those are the bodies
Well,
we don't need.
Well, I'm saying like.
Those are the bodies we don't need.
I'm saying for somebody who wants to
A body
know.
with 1 point.
Who wants to know
We don't need it.
if this is a red flag or if this is gonna be a fuckboy, like that's a fuckboy, what do you call it? Trade or whatever. Like that's something you should avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but try not to get to that point. We don't want to add bodies over fuckboys.
Guys,
unless
who
you
return
want to.
text messages for
And
like
girls,
15
women,
hours
all of this could be reversed.
and then say
too.
they were
But
busy.
like bodies though, like for women, like can't you like
Don't do
reduce
it
bodies?
Today. Don't do it today.
Can't y'all reduce?
You could have
bodies?
reduced bodies if you didn't fuck that fuckboy.
That's not a reduction. That's just like a not having one. I mean, I feel like y'all have exercises for that. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
I'm not about to end it. Alright, so, yep, that's all we have for today.
I'm so lit.
I'm not lit though. I'm not.
She's fired up about them fuckboys.
Yeah, because
those
I was in a
points.
long-term relationship with a fuckboy.
Damn.
So, I did that. Don't do it.
I was in a short, long-term relationship with a fuckboy, and I agree, you should not do it.
Don't do it. So,
Jessica, take us out.
Yeah, so if we said anything helpful today, which I know we did, which means you should watch this whole episode,
they
like,
probably already watched it if they're watching this.
yes, which means you should like
If
it,
you're here,
which means you should subscribe and then share it with a friend who needs to know about speed dating,
Do I smell biscuits?
they
about.
going in the kitchen.
There are, I feel like
I was like, what's happening in my kitchen?
yeah.
It's weird to smell that shit from here because I'm not cooking. Continue.
That was it. Just like, subscribe, comment, share with somebody who needs to know about fuckboys. If we didn't say anything helpful, you should comment. If we did, you should comment.
I would love
and
for
you
you
know,
to comment if we didn't share anything good. You know.
I feel like it.
Also,
Don't do it. It's not today.
my guys,
It's not a day.
my fellow brethren who are not fuckboys. If
I feel like all fuckboys are following you.
if you see Stay Sorry, no, I don't have no fuckboy friends. You see how I just looked out for y'all? Hey, Stay Sorry is single. Jessica Lola 51 is also single. Bro, just get out here and, you know what I'm saying, have a first point and a second point.
open the door.
Also possibly have a third point. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you need.
Take me to see Pet Cemetery.
Right.
I need someone to take me to
That's
see
gonna be a
that.
good movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Also, hey,
My friend
listen
watched
to
it.
them.
It was like
Listen to what
she
they
was
want.
like getting pigs in her son's room outside because
No one's listening to Chase, obviously.
It's fine. Hey, listen to what they want. You know what I'm saying? They're available. They're available.
Here's the
All
thing.
right.
No, we're not done because you're not gonna cut this out either. 'cause
And we're
Chase is also-
out.
I kiss you so